MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a post-fight video for Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. Amazing fight, really good. Um, Hats off to Errol Spence. I mean, what a performance! He stops Kell Brook in the 11th round. Kell Brook, Kell Brook's left eye was mangled, and he had to stop. And Kell Brook showed a lot of heart in this fight, and you're not going to put your eye at risk. You know what I mean? You're not going to go blind in one eye just to finish a fight. And it was a close fight he was in, but I personally, before the 11th round, I had Spence up 6-4. Now, I could totally understand it being, 5-5 going into the 11th round or 6-4 Brook. But personally, the way I was scoring it, I wasn't, I wasn't thinking about the biased judges in the UK for Brook. I was just scoring it with the volume off, and I had it 6-4 going into the 11th. But if you had it 5-5, or if you had it, you know, um, 6-4 Brook, I have no problem with that. It was a lot of rounds were very tough to score. It was a great fight. Personally, I thought Brook would really use his jab more and be able to keep Spence off bay with just superior boxing, but that clearly was not the case. Spence is he really is the truth. Phenomenal fighter. And I mean, both guys showed a lot of heart in this fight, especially Kell Brook. And I mean, Kell Brook had the balls to fight Gennady Golovkin. And then instead of getting rid of his strap and moving up to 154 like a lot of people would, instead of facing a young up and comer like an Errol Spence, he still decided to go through with it and cut all that weight after, his last fight was at 160. And I'm not taking anything away from Spence. He went in there and earned it. And doesn't matter where Kell Brook's last fight was. He had months and months to get ready for this fight, and he's the one that decided to accept it. So he knew what was at stake, and hats off to Spence. I mean, he went in there on enemy territory and just stole that belt from Kell Brook. I mean, strap season, man down. And personally, I mean, I was going for Kell Brook. I thought he was going to win, and I wanted him to win. I thought he was the best welterweight in the division. You could definitely argue before this fight that Brook was the best welterweight coming into this fight. And Spence demolished him. Not demolished him, but he definitely put a statement, big statement, and he soundly beat Kell Brook and made him quit. Dropped him in the 10th round. And even after, Brook got dropped, I mean, he rebounded at the end of that round and was still in it. He showed a lot of toughness and grit and dog. Both guys have a lot of dog in them. But in my opinion, when the fight started, I just noticed that Kell Brook he didn't have that pop. I thought he'd be quicker. I just thought Spence did better than I thought he would right from the opening rounds. And I know the first half of the fight was close, but Spence definitely impressed me. And, going forward from here, I mean, the Keith Thurman fight makes a lot of sense. The Manny Pacquiao fight makes a lot of sense. I mean, Errol Spence Jr., he's got to fight one of those guys next, and I don't think it'll be Thurman because Thurman has this elbow injury. Who knows? He's supposed to be out 6 months before he can start training again or whatever. Manny Pacquiao in the fall would be something else. Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence got the IBF. Pacquiao's got the WBO. That would be really amazing. That's another 50-50 fight there. But Spence definitely impressed me. I think the Pacquiao Spence fight is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion, and I think I give a slight edge to Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. And I know, Thurman and Kell Brook don't fight anything alike, but and I'm a fan of Thurman as well. He's got a lot of skills and tools, but I just think Spence is he's just the amount of physicality and skill and smart and poise that he possesses. You know, he's like a big he's like a big Sean Porter. You know, he mauls you. He gets right into your face, but he's got great punch placement, poise. His guard is very tight and strong. I thought Kell Brook would definitely pierce through his guard a lot more, and it did not. So, and I know, like I said, Keith Thurman doesn't fight anything like Kell Brook, but I still favor it. You know, I slightly favor Earl Spence Jr. against Keith Thurman, but I don't think that fight will happen next. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to give my take out, or give my take on this fight. It was an awesome fight. I was really looking forward to this fight. It lived up to the hype. It was entertaining. It's too bad Brook had to quit, but I mean, I don't blame him whatsoever. I mean, we're talking about someone's eye here, and for the record, I should have said this earlier, but Gennady Golovkin messed up Kell Brook's right eye. Earl Spence messed up Kell Brook's left eye. So the eye thing has nothing to do with Golovkin. It was the other eye. So that's something to note. And but yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that's it for this one. If you liked the video, definitely subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. That's it for this one. Peace.